Welcome to our Thursday live stream.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two crazy ketos.
Welcome back to the channel.
Happy Thursday.
Welcome back to the Thursday live stream.
I'm so glad to be here. Do you mind sharing your live stream with me?
Yeah, especially
this
if
Thursday?
I have to sing.
Well, just, you could do a solo.
No, that will never happen again.
What is going on with my hair today? Is it the weather? I feel like I'm one cocktail dress away from being Ann Jillian from It's a Living. Do you remember that show? Well, I love that show.
I just saw John say it's 83 here in Joplin with 50% humidity at 7:30. I don't know what our temperature is, but it's 100%
degrees with flood.
It's 100% humidity. We had a rain today. We got like the rock drive that we have.
Yes.
It was underwater.
Bring your snorkel and your mask.
I mean, over like 15 minutes, I don't know how many inches of rain we got, but we got a lot.
Many.
It was a lot. I was working on the house.
And I could hear the turkeys like screaming. Like, oh my gosh.
I don't know if you went out after it stopped raining. The coops were underwater.
Here is the real bummer. Literally a nanosecond before I went inside and the rain just like, oh my gosh, is Noah floating by? I had opened up the coop door because we've had this one hen that has just been sitting underneath all of, the nests. And I thought she could just use some fresh air. And a surfboard, apparently. Yeah. I felt so bad.
Well, the good thing is we took all her eggs.
We did.
And because evidently the other chickens were going and just laying eggs. Every time she got up, they were laying eggs.
Yes, they were.
So at least now we know everything that's going to be in there is like good eggs. Let's jump into our live stream. If you are new here, welcome to our Thursday live stream. Our Thursday live streams are a chance to hang out with our community and answer questions about keto or carnivore or pretty much anything you want to talk about within reason. If you have a question, go ahead and type question and then whatever your question is, or use the super chat function. We really appreciate it when you do that. That does two things. It helps benefit the channel, but more importantly, it's going to highlight our screen and let us know that you have a question so we don't miss it. If you do want to support our channel financially, we really appreciate that. And you can do that by using any of the links down below, joining our paid version of Mighty Networks, or buying us a cup of coffee.
I saw Lori Henson is here. And from one mama bear to another mama bear, I just want to say, like, happy kiddo is starting college, but also I'm thinking about you. I know that this is hard. Like when a baby bird leaves the nest, like it is hard. It's hard. And we know as moms, Lori, don't we, that like this was what we were working toward.
Right.
Right? Like high functioning child, ready to go off, venture out into the world and be all that they want to be. But you see that car drive away and you're like, oh my gosh.
Good riddance.
That's you. That's the dad talking, not the mom.
Okay, so Sabrina said I'm probably behind the right ball. All right, I guess 8 ball. But I mixed chocolate peanut butter and banana keto chow and also added banana flavoring to it. Can't wait to try it tomorrow.
Delicious.
I've done that before. It is delicious.
It's like a chunky monkey.
Miriam said, are we live? Yes, we're live.
We're live. Hi.
Rachel is back home, at least for tonight.
Yes, off to for OMA duty, reporting for duty tomorrow morning at crafts in hand. Do you like doing crafts? I like having a granddaughter that is a toddler, and I have an excuse for buying these crafts because I will buy the crafts and just do them myself. But it's nice to have somebody that's like, oh no, I'm buying it for the child. Obviously.
Dustin loves your hair.
Oh, thank you.
Lori said, hit the thumbs up button, everybody.
Yes,
Thank
please.
you very much.
And if you are not already subscribed to our channel, can I hitch a ride in your subscription? And will you please subscribe to us?
Juliana said it's been 73% humidity inside all week. I have no idea why. The AC is running too.
75% of the time, it works every time.
Chris said, what is an unreasonable question? I don't know.
Everybody try it. Give us your best shot.
You'd be so proud of me. I have been, for the last week, learning how to program Node-RED, which is kind of like Visual Basic, but I don't know how to do that. ChatGPT has been a huge help, by the way, because I wrote simple things, but then I wanted to make it really complicated. So on my Victron inverter, because again, we're trying to save money on electric, I have now set this thing up where every night, all day long, we run only on solar because I don't have the massive solar panels that you have on your RV. My solar panels will just barely cover running one AC. But if we start doing anything else, then it kind of goes down. And that's only for a few hours. And we're not turning off the AC. We're keeping it at 74 degrees in there. And so basically what we've got is at 10 o'clock at night, it starts charging my batteries back up. I'm usually around 50 to 60%. Actually, I've programmed it to not start doing that till 30%. Then it charges it back up. It will stop charging once it gets to 100%. And then I programmed in like fail-safe mode. So if during the day, for some reason, the battery would drop to 15%, it'll charge it back up to 25%. I've got kill modes. I've created this dashboard. And yesterday we tested it all and it works. Like
I like that you're surprised. Oh my gosh, it actually works.
It was a lot of programming.
Yeah, but don't you expect it's going to work?
It started easy. And then I'm like, I wonder if I can do this. Oh, now I really want a dashboard. Now I'm trying to figure out how to integrate it into the Servo GX touchscreen. Because that's very complicated. It's all great to me.
I just see him like this and he's writing code and it like throws me back to the time where like we would, as like, elementary students, we would go to computer lab. And I just see you like, you would make programs that would do like a basic thing. You know what I mean? Like put a dot in the middle of the screen and it was like all of these, like these lines of code.
But here's the thing.
Like get in, loser.
So I wrote the basic stuff.
Dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
I wrote the basic stuff on my own. And then I wanted to do more advanced things, like create a dashboard and stuff like that. And I wanted to have like critical fallbacks. And then like, I want a top off mode where if I press a button, it'll just like, let's say at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm at like 80%. And I want to, before our more expensive electricity hits, get it up to 98%.
Right.
So I can press top off and then have it go up to that and then stop because I'll forget to turn it off. Right. So I started using ChatGPT to help me with the more advanced code, but it kind of reminds me of Keto. Also, like, this is how I learn. I learn by doing. I don't learn by reading. Give me a book to learn how to do something and I will never know how to do it.
Give me a book and I will lay by the pool and fall asleep.
I learn by doing. Like when I was in high school, if you gave me a biology class, I'd get a C. Gave me a biology class or a chemistry class that had a lab with it, where the lab taught you what you were learning in class, I'd get an A every time because I learned by doing.
I don't want you as my surgeon, though. I don't want you practicing on me.
So ChatGPT would give me this option. Do you want me? I would say, here's the code I wrote. I want to do this. And it would say, okay, you can do this. Do you want me to write all the code for you? No. Because if you write all the code,
I won't know what I'm doing.
I'm not learning.
Okay.
Right? So I would say, I want you to tell me what I need to do. And it would walk you through step by step by step, go enter this. And then at the bottom of it, it actually says, this is why this works. And it explains it. But it gives you this option of, I'll do it for you. And then all you got to do is copy and paste. And it's kind of like keto. Like people will say, like with a coach. Okay. And a lot of people don't know this.
I like where this is going, analogy man.
A coach is not allowed to, in almost every state in the United States, unless you have a dietitian's license, a coach is not allowed to give you a meal plan.
They do it anyway.
So when most coaches are giving you a meal plan, they're breaking the law.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
So coaches are not allowed to give you a meal plan.
Right.
Okay. As a certified master health coach, when people come to me for coaching, my job is to basically make it so that you don't need me. I'm going to help you navigate and figure out. So if you say, I'm struggling in this, I'm going to kind of poke and prod of what can we do and have you come up with what we can do. And then I'll say, okay, now how can we be accountable? And I'm going to have you come up with it. And I can suggest things like, what about a picture? Like every time you put some food in your mouth, I want you to send me a picture. or whatever, if it's going for a walk. But the idea is to have you do it, because I can tell you what to do. But then you need me for the rest of your life.
I was going to say, and I think that people, especially like if you've struggled with weight and health like your whole life, like we have, you stop believing in yourself as a problem solver. You stop thinking that you can brainstorm, that you bring something to the table that can help.
Right.
And the truth is, you're the only person who's going to bring to the table what's going to help.
And a good health coach's job
yeah.
is to teach you how to brainstorm, not give you the answers.
Right.
If you're in school
and they just give you the answers,
and if you just give you the answer, you're not learning anything, right? And so I know people get upset when you're like, well, I just want you to tell me what to do. No, then you're not going to learn how to do it on your own. And that is, aside from the fact that, again, giving you a meal plan is illegal, but it just doesn't help you. I want to help you figure things out.
The thing is too, like, I find that people, if it's not something that's endogenous, like if it isn't something that's coming from them, then the first obstacle they hit, they abandon the plan anyway. So me giving you a plan that you've not bought into because it doesn't come from your heart, and it doesn't come from you deciding like, this is what I'm going to do. Like, you really don't want to be somebody else's zombie and they just tell you like, here, go that way, go this way.
Right.
Like, you don't want to do that. And it's just not going to be sustainable.
Okay. I saw a couple of things here. Juliana said, I have a high school senior. I'm not ready.
Dr. Nelson is here. Hey.
Dr. Nelson's here. Hey, Joe and Rachel and everyone.
Love you, buddy.
Tanya's here. My second leaves on Sunday for a sophomore year at college. So Lori said it's actually his second year, but he changed school and he had a 10-hour drive this morning. Thanks for the shout out. It's very strange to be in a quiet house.
It is.
As Brian started his college this week too.
It's like... And I know if you are a parent and you still have the littles in the house, you're thinking, my gracious, when is this going to end? And you're not a bad person for thinking that way. Like, you're not. We've been there too, where it's like, okay, I'm officially done with this season of my life. But then when the house is no longer messed up, you don't have as much laundry to do. You don't have like the dishes sitting in the sink because there's not as much going on.
Well, we
and it's quiet.
We went from like 3 to 4 loads of laundry today to like 1 load every other day. But it does help that Rachel's pretty much just wearing bikinis on the farm all day.
Yes, it does.
I did say, Dustin said our granddaughter keeps us crafting nonstop.
I love that.
Juliana said, I ordered decorations for my classroom door in the emotionally disturbed and autistic hallway this week. But next week I get 7 babies. 2 and 3-year-olds nonverbal. I need a fun door.
Yes. Nicole says, what is the most unusual thing that has healed for you since keto? That is a great unusual question. I love that. I'm going to say for me, it is, I was not expecting not to have cold sores all the time.
Right.
So I have struggled with cold sores since I was a little kid. In fact, and it's exacerbated by any level of stress. So once in a while I will get an outbreak, but it's like a major stress has happened. Okay. But it used to be like my mom is here. Hi, mommy. She'll tell you every single one of my school pictures had a cold sore booger thing coming out of my nose every single time. And I had them all throughout the year. And then, I mean, we're talking 40 years of cold sores almost. Like, it was awful. And so when I realized I wasn't getting cold sores anymore, like, it was one of those things where I was cleaning out like the medicine box, and I saw like one of those like totally used up Blistex containers. And I thought, oh, I have not had to buy this. Like, I don't get cold sores anymore. And it's to me, that's unusual, but I'm really thankful I don't deal with that anymore.
For me, I'm going to say the fact that we rarely need to wear deodorant.
Yes. That's weird, isn't it?
We rarely wear deodorant. Like, I'll put it on out of habit if we're going out, but
we don't stink as much.
Even like with the amount of humidity and the sweat,
we should reek.
I don't have the body odor unless I eat a bunch of garlic or something like that.
Yes.
but it's definitely not like it used to be.
You are so right. Cause like Joe's clothes, and I mean, I used to have to like put them with like a tong. Like you're going to the washing machine, but I'm like not willing to touch them.
Chris, his question is, don't you think it's morally wrong to give me a warning when I was in fact speeding? So it's funny. I was watching a YouTube video from an ex-police officer, and he was talking about tickets and stuff. And he's like, listen, here's the thing. Most cops don't want to write you tickets. They don't. And you got to be pretty bad to get a ticket unless they're a motor cop. Because their whole job is to write
FHP.
tickets. And he's like, and the thing for them is they get paid like a minimum of like 3 or 4 hours overtime.
Oh, so
every time they have to go to court.
Yeah.
So they're like ticket. But he's like, most cops don't want to because they got to take off work. They've got to go in and they've got to go to court. And so a lot of times he said they're just going to give you a warning. And that's, we've talked about this before. Stay under 10 miles under the speed limit, and most cops won't write you a ticket unless it's a motor cop.
I did get pulled over when Joe was up at Big Bear Battery getting the solar thing put in. And I thought, why in the world? I was actually like on the phone with my mom, like, you know, through the CarPlay. And I thought, oh, mommy, I'm getting pulled over. But I was definitely not speeding. So I was like, what in the world? And so he's like, you know, do you know why I pulled you over? And I'm like, not a clue. What is happening? And he was like, your back like lights, your rear lights are not going on. And I can see people coming up behind you and they can't tell if you're like slowing down or that, you know, it's weird. And what had happened was I was driving the
you turned off.
Elantra,
I keep everything on auto.
And so I had turned off auto on my lights in order for me to like be able to use the high beams because it was like raining that night. And so once I turned off the auto, now I don't have anything in the back. So I'm like, I don't know how to do this. And he had to reach in the car and like turn it to auto. And he's like, okay, put your foot on the brake and see if that makes it come back. And so it didn't. And I was like, yay, I'm so sorry. And so I was expecting a ticket. And God bless him, he didn't give me one.
Most cops don't want, especially for something silly like that. If you're being a jerk.
Is our pond full again?
No.
It's getting there.
It's about halfway.
Wind came with this particular rainstorm today, and I had to go fish my lawn chairs out of the pond.
Stop putting them on the edge of the pond.
Well,
You're never going to find those goldfish.
I like to see. I like
You're
to
never
sit
gonna find
and
the
survey.
Rachel put like 20-something goldfish in there.
They're in there.
She was going to see them, and she's never going to see them.
They're in there.
Okay, so Lori said, I'm trying to get back at it. I'm down 25 pounds. That's awesome.
Buckle up. Joe's on a monologue.
Katie said,
Hey,
my
Katie.
church has Together Tuesday, which is open to the community for fellowship.
Nice.
I'm going to start teaching low carb once a month.
Yes.
That is awesome.
I am so proud of you, Katie. And talk about something that is going to really be relatable is you sharing, hey, I'm back on this wagon too. I think a lot of times we wrongly believe that we need to be like master level in order for us, and I have like 25 years under my belt of perfection for us to be able to teach something and share something. And that is not true. In fact, I want to learn from somebody who understands what I've been through. I mean, I don't even want to learn keto from somebody that's like never struggled with something, right? Like we are a hot mess. We're a hot mess.
Right.
But I feel like there's at least something about us that's relatable. Nobody's going to be as hot mess in every single department as we are,
right,
and we've been. But like, there's probably somebody's out there's had a cold sore.
Juliana said, if one more child asked me what time it was, Miss Julie pulled out toy clocks and taught some kids to tell time.
Nice.
They were so mad I just wouldn't tell them. 2 days later, they can all tell time. Yep.
That's
absolutely
the way to do it.
Trish said, I'm in the teeny weeny place between cruises.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Chris said, I wish someone would have told me that with analog clocks, you can ignore the middle hand and just use the hour for a single approximation.
I can remember like the second thing, and that used to throw me off.
Chris said, I'm a Weird Al stage of life.
Yes.
Trish said acupuncture is giving me back my left leg. No pain means I can start strengthening it now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dustin said we had an empty nest for a bit, but the kids have been back here and there. With the new grandbaby coming this Christmas, our house will be full again. I'm excited. I don't know if I could take the moving back.
A Christmas baby is exciting.
But I've got my routine down.
Right.
Right? I don't have to get dressed in the middle of the night if I want to go to the bathroom, you know?
I think that, I think we are a lot like Dustin in that life changes, and I think that sometimes we get excited about it. Different things happen. It's a lot of times unexpected, right? I mean, you think about like a year ago, you were
Dustin is nicer than me.
Yes, Dustin is nicer than you.
Because honestly, like, it would have to be a major tragedy in their life for me to say, come on back.
Well, don't be calling that down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't have enough money. Not my problem,
I think you don't give yourself enough credit. But
I'm just saying.
But
like, I'm in my routine. It's taken me a year.
You sound like a grandpa.
That sounds like grandpa.
That sounds like grandpa language right there.
Hey, one of the best things about being a grandparent that I have learned now is, like, I get to enjoy all the good stuff and then send them back
home. It's different because we don't sugar them up and send them back home. But we do ruffle them up. It's like, I know I have gotten phone calls about how, like, we'll wrestle, and then the next night, if John tries to put her to bed, it's like, I did not want to pillow fight for 25 minutes, Mom.
Right.
But it's like, I pillow fought her, and now she's expecting it.
So Amanda said, has anyone else been logging into YouTube and finding out your notifications are on a lot of your sub channels that have been turned off? Mine have, including YouTube likes to do that every once in a while. I mean, we are not, like, I think they've been going through a purge because I know we are, like, way down in subscribership.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask everybody, if you're watching, please do us a favor. Go and subscribe to our channel. If you were subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed and hit the bell button. Yeah. If you weren't subscribed, go do it now. It's free. What's taking you so long? Right. It's completely free, and it takes 2 seconds. Watch. Scroll, subscribe. You're done.
You're done.
Okay? And it really helps the channel. We really appreciate if you would do that. Chris said, this is for Dustin, but funny for other people too. Oh, it's a TikTok video. John said, for me, no bar heartburn was a big surprise. Yes, not uncommon, but it was a surprise. Not getting sunburn is also... That's another thing that I did not know.
Yeah.
So before keto and about 3 months into keto, I would wake up at night short of breath. I probably, again, raised by a doctor, you don't go to the doctor unless you're dying. And I probably had sleep apnea. I probably needed, like, a machine.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. But I was sleeping next to you.
I'm not talking about the snoring.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you would gasp for breath.
About, like, I would wake up thinking, like,
breathing.
I'm gasping for air.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen anymore. We also, neither one of us snore unless we turn a certain way, where both of us were really bad snorers.
Yeah.
And now it's like, only if we're turned a certain way, or Rachel snore if she just like overly tired, and she'll snore a little bit. But like Rachel's thing is like, as she falls asleep, she grinds her teeth, and even that has kind of gone away a little bit. But we used to both be really bad snorers.
Terrible.
And that has.
But your gasping for breath used to like. Really
I was not expecting that. Barbara said, I went to the dentist for basic checkup and cleaning. I was done in record time. The keto carnivore lifestyle is definitely improving my teeth.
Yes.
With minimal plaque removal needed.
I'm telling you, we need to remember these wins. We really do. Because sometimes, like, when you are, you're grocery shopping and you see something that is like fun box, and they've merchandised everything really cool, and we're getting into, the keto chow fall flavors are back. And that is something where you can participate with fall and not undermine your health journey. But there's going to be a lot of things that are fall themed that are going to look cute in the box. But if you go indulge in that, it is going to undermine your health. And we need to remember, oh yeah, like, that's a cute box, but it is not as cute if it means that I'm going to have a whole bunch of expensive dental work. It's not going to be as cute as if I have heartburn. It's not going to be as cute with a cold sore outbreak. Like that, it's just not as cute.
Joe said the strangest thing for me was no longer getting sunburns hardly, and my vision has improved to almost not needing my glasses. I can watch
Wow.
TV without them. Before I could only read the biggie. That's kind of like me.
That's
I
crazy.
need my glass. This is about the only time I wear my glasses now is when we're doing live streams, and that's because the comments are way out in front of us, and you know I can't. They're blurry. Like if I squint and like lean in, I could read it, but I can pretty much do anything except for like read at certain times of the day because I have bad stigmatism, so it will change. And so if I'm trying to read my phone, there's certain times of the day where it'll go bad. But I can pretty much function without my glasses. I can drive without my glasses and everything. One of the things that I always did was try to make sure that I never needed to have that mark on my driver's license, and I'm glad I did because otherwise I'd always have to reworry
need
them.
to do what Lady Fritzer is suggesting, which is get our underwater GoPro camera, stick it in the pond, and just like let it go until one of my goldfish swim by.
You're never gonna find them.
I feel like it's worth the effort.
Dustin says, Chandra wants me to start looking at solar panels for the roof. I got to figure out what's a good balance of upfront cost to future savings ratio that makes sense. I'll help you, Dustin. Send me a message. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Here's the big mistake that people make. Okay. There's a couple. I actually, the other day, was it Tuesday?
Uh-huh.
I don't even remember now. In our church center app, somebody put up a thing saying they needed help. Their water heater was leaking. Does anybody know how to do PEX? And I'm like, I can come down. Did not realize it was pastor.
Right.
So I ran down and I did. And then I was talking to my pastor and we were talking about solar panels and stuff. And he put all these solar panels on his roof. And then when Hurricane Ian hit a couple of years ago, he found out he doesn't have batteries. So
they did not sell you the batteries.
That was extra. And so the most important part of your solar panel setup is going to be batteries. Okay. Yes, you need solar panels, but you want to have batteries, because you want to have a backup system. And if you don't use a lot of electricity, especially if, so we've now put our house on off-peak hours. So if I had solar on the house, I would be doing what I'm doing in the RV. Instead of right now, what we're doing is we keep the AC in the house at 78, 79 degrees during the day, and we don't use the washing machine during the day, and we don't run the dishwasher during the day because and I don't 3D print during the day because those are the high rate things, 23 cents a kilowatt. If I had solar panels and battery system, I wouldn't care what I did all day long because I'd have the solar panels and then I'd have the batteries, and I would have it just like my RV where at night when there is no sun, have the grid when I'm only paying 8 cents a kilowatt, charge my batteries back up. So you want to make sure you have batteries. My pastor didn't have batteries. So great, he had solar, but no batteries as a backup. And with a good solar system, you never need a generator because you have a battery backup system. So the biggest mistake people make with solar systems is they lease them. Do not lease them. Don't lease them, don't lease them, don't lease them, don't lease them.
Should you lease them?
Don't lease them. Buy them or take a loan out for them. Okay, preferably buy them, but do not lease them because when you lease them, you're under so many obligations.
It's
like
awful.
You can't get rid of them, you can't take them off. If you have a roof problem and you need and you have to pay them to come and take the panels off, get your roof fixed, and then put them back on your roof.
If you sell your house
and go, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother putting them back on. It wasn't saving me that much money. You can. If you're leasing them, you can't. Also, you tend to not ever make your money back when you're leasing it. And a lot of the programs that you get from the electric company won't apply if you're leasing.
Yeah.
Okay. They won't apply. The FPL and like here, they don't like that kind of stuff. I will tell you the Tesla Powerwall is not an overpriced system. So I would look into that. We looked at it for our house and to power everything in our house with the 30% tax credit, it was like $35,000, which sounds like a lot of money, but when you have an electric bill at $500 a month.
Well, I mean, the roof itself is very expensive.
No, this was the Powerwall. That was panels, not the roof.
No, but I'm just saying that if you were doing anything to do with your roof,
right.
I find it's like in the 30,000s.
But yeah, but that's where I would go. And don't forget that the solar tax credit starts going down after this year. So if you're going to do it before the end of the year. Then you get 30% back. Chris said, low carb did not change me getting sunburn with 30 seconds of sun. Sunscreen is what I do.
What I do and who I am.
Lady Francis said, Rachel, oh, you read that one. Sabrina said, no longer use deodorant, no heartburn meds, no blood pressure.
Katie said, I'll be taking your recipes. You guys will get full credit. Aw, thanks, Katie. That's so nice.
Bill said, unexpected benefit of keto, marked a reduction of size and prevalence of ocular floaters.
Yes.
I had that too.
Yes. That is fantastic, right? Lori is here. I had so many cultures. Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone. Always during school pictures, just like you. None since I started Keto Carnivore 2 years ago. Laura, thank you for saying that. I'm glad that I'm not alone because it's hard to like talk about that. But yes, school pictures.
Amy said, I'm less puffy on keto, less joint pain, more energy.
I love that. My biggest benefit, Matt said, from keto is mental clarity. Oop, you just moved it.
It jumps on its own because we're behind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good luck.
You'll have to restate it, Matt.
There it is.
Okay. I don't have the anxiety and depression that I used to have. I also don't have the thoughts of giving into my demons. Yes, it feels, do we still have days where I have like cravings or I have thoughts about something, or like, could a day go south for me as somebody that formerly had such a big struggle with anxiety, depression? Yes. But exactly like Matt's saying, I feel like I can fight thoughts. I have the stamina and I have the clarity, and I feel like I have the ability to like fight back and not just let any type of negative thought like knock me over and just railroad me.
Right.
And that's what it used to be. Like I couldn't make even when it came to like better eating, I would always be like, I have no choice but to give into this craving. Like I just laid down and took it. Thank you so much. I see we have a super chat. Must be down at the bottom.
Let's see. Gloria, thank you for the 999 super chat. Said, haven't gone to the doctor for 2 years except for blood work. Praise God and better eating.
That is so stinking awesome. Thank you so much
for that Robin
super chat,
said,
Gloria.
For the longest time, I did not subscribe to any channels because I didn't want the algorithm tracking me and showing me what it thought I wanted.
Sure.
Here's the thing. It doesn't. For what you get presented, it has nothing to do with what you're subscribed to.
Right.
If you watch something, they're gonna start pushing that at you. Whether you subscribe to it, I thought the same thing. I'm like, because I'm so no. The second you watch something, and the worst one is honestly Facebook.
Yes.
They actually use their phones now to listen to you. Like Facebook listens. If you have the app on your phone, it knows it's listening to what you're saying. And you can literally test this out. You can have a conversation
about something.
Just put your phone down in the room. Have a conversation. Right? Just have your phone down about some random topic or product.
Otters.
Within 12 hours.
I love otters.
You will start getting all of those Facebook
I want a shirt with otters on it.
No.
I think otters would be cool.
There's a story about a woman who actually Facebook basically predicted she was pregnant before she knew she was pregnant. Because it follows everything that you would start looking at on the internet.
Isn't that crazy?
And the algorithm knows that pregnant women start looking at this, and this. And it's a subconscious thing that you're just looking at things and don't even realize it. She did not know she was pregnant, but it started giving her all these pregnancy things.
It's not crazy.
So, So the algorithm really works one way with YouTube. It's like they want us to get you engaged, but they're just going to continue to feed things. And it's honestly annoying. I mean, I can't type one thing without having a million Facebook ads pop up. That's why we prefer Mighty Networks. John said, I like and subscribe to all 3 2KK channels. Thank you so much. Amy said, I love that you two have done this together. I wish my hubby would do keto and work out and quit with alcohol with me. Is that asking too much? Listen, it took Rachel 9 months to come back to keto. And she tried it for a month. It just... I mean, I know that for a lot of people, like, well, that wasn't that long, but it was hard, and it really, sometimes they're just not ready.
It's interesting now, though, that we've been doing this for a long time. I will say we do so much more separately now than we ever did. Like, it was nice, you know, when we would like eat together, but for the most part, we almost never eat together. Like, it's just, we are on different time schedules. Like, every once in a while we'll eat dinner together, but we have to be like intentional about it, because him and I will be like doing different things and the projects will, you know, be different. And I like to eat earlier. He likes to eat later. And I want something different than him. So I think that, you know, your goals are always still going to be different. And I think that a lot of times, like, he'll be eating and I've already eaten, you know, lunch, dinner, whatever. And I'll just sit down with like a glass of water or like a cup of coffee with him and just sit and visit for the interaction. But it's not like I need him to go keto. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do it, but you're still kind of on your own track. Yeah. It's not always like the penultimate of like awesomeness, right? You know, that you're on the same.
Chris said, schedule. By the way, a few people over the past few days have been trying to use the Too Crazy Keto coupon without clicking the link. The 2K coupon gets changed regularly. Just click on it. Yes. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, we don't have a coupon for Keto Chow. I don't think, unless I'm wrong, I don't think anybody has a coupon anymore that the discount comes by link. The reason more companies are getting rid of coupons is because the coupons end up on those like honey sites. Right. Which I used to use that, and then I realized that it really hurts companies. Mm-hmm. And it actually, in the long run, hurts influencers. Because companies offer a discount code, like for us. So, and it's their way of tracking, how did you find us? So you use the Too Crazy Ketos link, and then the company goes, oh, they found them through Too Crazy Ketos. And that's where they'll sponsor channels and stuff like that. Like Brooklyn Bedding will sponsor our channel because you use a link. We don't make any money from the sale of a mattress, but they'll pay us $100 or whatever for an ad, to read an ad or something. When you put those coupon codes on those honey sites, now the company doesn't know
who sent you.
How did they get here? Because it's people trying to screw the system.
Yeah.
So they basically, a lot of companies are just getting rid of it. What they do is you'll get emails from people all the time, because we've always had the same code with every company, Too Crazy Ketos. It made it super easy. But then you'll get an email from the companies saying, your coupon code is now on that honey site, so we have to change it. So more and more companies either have come to us or we've asked them, can you just give a link?
Just give a link.
Just give a link, and then you don't have to change, because I don't want to have to constantly go and change and tell everybody, oh, we have a new coupon code. So just use the link. If you're going to buy Keto Chow, we really, really appreciate it. When you use our link, you're going to get 10% off. Just by clicking on the link. It's in the bottom of every single one of our videos. It's also on our website.
Okay.
Right?
Website.
Let's see. Dustin said, Amy, it's such a shame when a spouse doesn't support and makes changes too. Yeah. Sean said, Amy, all you can do is be an example. Once he notices how well things are going for you, he'll want to change. Once I noticed my wife was losing weight, I started. And that, nice. we talk about that a lot, is that loved ones, especially if we're a chronic dieter, they've seen it come and go, and they just think it's another thing. Chris said, we have solar with no batteries for the house. The system we had installed way back when didn't support batteries. Stuff is easier and cheaper now. You're also in a place where you don't really lose that much electricity.
Right, which is good.
Sean said, how many people cook meat that has gone a week or two past the use by date just because you don't want to throw it away?
Perk
of keto, don't get sick from questionable meat. I'll let it go a few days. I don't know if I'd let it go that long. Although Maria Emmerich has talked about how, like, when they adopted the boys, that meat would just hang there for like a month.
We've got the stomach for it.
It really comes down to our systems and stuff. But I'll let things go a few days. That's where the nose knows, right? If it smells bad, don't eat it.
Right.
Terry D said, Joe and Chris, how much shelf life do the Keto Chow magnesium capsules have after an expiration date?
Forever.
That is a question. That is a Chris question.
He said a few decades. As long as you keep them dry.
But again, it's not an expiration date. It's a best by date.
Right.
John said, I don't mind Keto Chow ad. What annoys me is something that I will never buy, like KFC, while I'm watching a low-carb channel.
And
because we don't get really a choice. I mean, you can go in a little bit and say, I don't want these kind of ads, but they don't give you, like,
and
a lot
of
options.
that they are, like, sending you stuff on purpose, right? Like, oh, this person looks like, when you're doing things, that looks like you're trying to make better choices, you will get pounded by something that is, like, trying to derail you, right?
Dustin said, want to know what's the worst? All of those Keto Chow ads.
Like,
but it's not like I'm going to forget Keto Chow, preaching to the choir. I used to make fun of Chris all the time. I don't get them like I used to. But I don't really go a lot into Facebook anymore.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm not on Facebook as much.
I just kind of scroll through Facebook real quick to see, like, posts from groups and stuff. Right. But I don't do anything. I haven't updated my Facebook profile in years.
It's probably like getting Anthony dressed for his first day of middle school.
Sabrina said we eat separate in the morning, early afternoon,
and fix a meal
for dinner.
And I think it's just different seasons of life. Like when we're camping, like you guys have been camping a lot, that's a totally different situation. Like that we're mostly eating together depending on like the time of year and what we're doing. Because, like when we go camping, we're going to be headed to Texas soon. So excited for that. Like we're going to be in Texas for the Liquefied rally. Chris and Miriam are going to be there. I'm super excited for us to get to camp together. I still think that they have a few spots open.
There's a few spots left.
If you live near there. I can't remember the name of the city.
New Braunfels, Texas.
So there, that place.
Dustin said, I just like when I buy something and then I get nonstop ads for what I just bought. Yes.
We got a toilet seat one time and I thought we were never not going to get ads for toilet seats. It was like every single time I opened the phone, toilet seats. One toilet seat? I was like, how many would you need? That seems like useless, right? It's like, okay. I mean, honestly, like anything like that is really totally a single purchase. Like when you purchase a car, and then you get a whole bunch of things like, would you be interested in a car? And it's like, well, no, who buys two? Who's going to buy a second one?
I was searching for hole saws today. How many ads do I have?
For a saw?
Nothing really. I'm surprised.
It's coming.
Oh, well, I was looking at generators.
There's a generator.
So I'm getting a lot of generator ads now.
It's generating a lot of generator ads right now.
Because I had a Harbor Freight generator. My children put gas in it, didn't tell me. So I returned it under warranty. And then I decided to up it to a 13,000 watt one. But I was doing a comparison between the Harbor Freight 13,000 watt generator and the Duramax, because that's what John Paul does as an electrician. And they're essentially the same. They're probably made in the same factory.
Harbor Freight's way cheaper, though.
No, well, it was very comparable in price. What made Harbor Freight cheaper is I only had to pay the upgrade cost from the 5,000 watt to the 13,000 watt. But just typing in generator,
you're done.
I'm done.
That's it.
Chris said I watched just one Saturday Night Live video that's a parody of Celtic women, and now my Facebook.
It's one-third Celtic women videos. I know. Like, and that's the thing. I go down the rabbit hole. Because there's something funny. I usually am chasing something funny or something cute.
Right.
And then now it's just assumed that like, hey, did you have a laugh at this? Now that's all I'm going to send you.
Santa said I get almost exclusively Keto Chow ads on YouTube now. I love it.
Thanks for me. Those are my people.
Dustin said, New Braunfels, Texas has a Dustin K Drive. I know I've mentioned before, but it's crazy.
Oh, that is awesome.
Chris is putting out, is anybody that's near that wants to help set up a Two Crazy Ketos Keto Chow meetup around October 22nd?
Love that. Yes, if you are anywhere near that area, we would love to just get together.
Sean said the best Keto Chow ad was the Little Red Riding Hood.
I agree. That is my favorite. But I like the princess one too. That one was good.
That one was good.
Those was really good.
Trish said, back to my apple cider vinegar drink in hand. Dr. Mindy had a video today talking about the latest research about the benefits of apple cider vinegar before bed. Yeah, apple cider vinegar is so good for so many different things.
And I really enjoy it. Like I really enjoy having that little, like the little drink that I make, and it's got like some lemon juice and that, and like, I put a little bit of sucralose in it, and it's delicious. I like it.
So Barbara said, question, Joe and Rachel, are you going to be attending the Hershey, Pennsylvania RV show? No, we're not. The original plan was, we are going on a cruise the very last week of September. It's end of September into October. We're going on Star of the Seas. But the original plan was, but then Michelle had the baby coming. And Hershey was like within a week.
Too close,
It was like within a week or so of when the baby was supposed to come.
So we had to give back our tickets.
We made the decision, okay, we're not going to go because Rachel wants to be home to be able to help.
Yeah.
Now, Parker came early, but too late for us to change plans and stuff. So what we decided to do instead, since we're not going to Hershey, is that's where we decided that we're going to go to the Liquefied rally, especially because we've never done anything out west anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not super out west. It's Texas, but west for us.
Right.
It's instead of driving 16, 17 hours north, we're going 16, 17 hours west. The only thing that stinks is having to drive
west,
that drive like I did when I went to Texas. Well, I think it was I-20. I don't know if that construction is still, but that was the most white-knuckle driving.
Should I bring a blindfold so I don't have to look at it?
It scared me. I know. Like we barely fit. And so
if it fits, I sits. So Matt has reminded us that like Sunday is Sarah Joy's birthday.
Yes.
So let's sing now, because if we sing on Monday, it's already gonna have passed. Okay. So you ready? Or do you want to sing by yourself?
No, that will never happen. That will never happen again.
Okay, let's do it together. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah Joy. Happy birthday to you, and many more. So many more.
Sandy said Instagram suggests hair cutting videos and babies laughing.
Okay, and I'm fine with that. I love hearing babies laugh.
Amy wants to know,
especially if the dog makes them laugh,
what our apple cider vinegar drink recipe is. So we'll put like a half a tablespoon to a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, about the same amount of lemon juice,
right,
or lime, and a few drops of stevia,
right,
or liquid monk fruit, or liquid sucralose,
whatever sweetener you want. Lots of ice, lots of water.
That's how we'll drink it.
And I find it refreshing.
Sabrina said, wish we were closer so that we could camp with y'all. We've been using our Liquefy that we got in Elkhart earlier this year. They were so kind, giving us a quick tour.
I love that stuff.
The product for free.
And you don't have, they have another one that's for the sink too.
No, it's all the same.
But I put it in, but he was showing me they've got different flavors because of the fact that some people want different smells in different localities. But yeah, that stuff works really good. Really, really good. And it needs to work because it could get scary if you don't got something.
Well, our problem is 100 degrees. Yes. So like
we're really using our liquefied.
We'll just say it festers.
Uncle Fester.
Let's see. Oh, we're caught up. So.
Oh, good.
Chris said, Google search 2 crazy ketos apple cider vinegar. Result,
butter mayo. Yeah, obviously. Same thing.
Sandy,
don't drink that.
Trish said apple cider vinegar before bed levels out your glucose. It makes it easier to extend fasting the next day.
Oh, wow. A lot of times I'll drink it in the morning too. I don't know. It's just, I find it refreshing.
Think that
we're all clear.
We're all caught up.
Oh yes, the Keto Chow Witch.
Yes,
that was freaking awesome. All those commercials. Now I want to go watch the commercials because they were really good.
Well, they're all retired.
They're so good. You could still find them.
Chris said Google failed me. Lynn said, when you sang Happy Birthday, Joe, you did a good job, especially being scared.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Lynn.
I wasn't scared. I just can't sing.
Trish has a high today of 68 in Buffalo. Such a strange summer. Wow. It must just be freaking awesome. That is like lovely.
Chris said, ever used let me Google that for you? Now there's let me chat GPT that for you. And it's funny. So
wait, let me say this. Let me say this. What I've learned is chat GPT is not keto. I have tried to get some suggestions from chat GPT for like a keto something I was trying to make, and they suck. It sucks. It sucks at recipes.
So 90% of the recipes that you see popping up in your Facebook recipe feed are all ChatGPT created.
Some of them I make and it's like, ugh.
None of them will work.
No.
Because ChatGPT doesn't understand keto. It just doesn't understand how to make a keto recipe because it just doesn't. And it's funny, we have the paid version of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because we share one account and Rachel will ask ChatGPT anything. And I'm like, that's what, just open up Safari and there's an AI in there. And I mean, it could be the easiest question like, what color is the sun today? Well, she's going to ChatGPT for it. And now it's like when you try to go back to find an old chat because you want to continue researching something, we've got like a million things on there. But then it confuses things because everything that you put into ChatGPT, it remembers. Like I can go in and ask a question about something that I asked it like 2 months ago, and it will say, I remember we were talking about this, so let's get back into this topic, and it's like, it remembers everything.
Okay, but it was dead wrong. So I was watching.
I think it's funny, in the bottom of a lot of them now, it even says, ChatGPT can be wrong.
So don't let it be your surgeon either.
Yeah.
So I was watching yesterday Robin Hood, the like 1938 version with Errol Flynn. Okay. Love that movie. Great movie. If you've never seen it, highly recommend it. You can even see it on like Tubi for free. It's a great movie. I love that movie. But I'm seeing one of like the king's men in that movie, and I am certain that it is, and I can't remember the name of the character, but I am like certain because he's got a very distinct voice and look to him that like he is in the like Orson Welles version of Jane Eyre. And so I'm trying to find him on IMDb because of the fact that he was like a more of a background player. Like Robin Hood doesn't, the cast of characters, they don't really do it like every single person gets credit. Like there would be people that are like, you know what, we're not giving you credit in those old movies. And so they just don't tell them. So I'm like, okay, who is this person? Aren't they in the same movie? And it kept giving me the wrong person. It was like, yes, absolutely. The person who played Mr. Brocklehurst is also in this movie. I'm like, not him. Somebody else. And like Chat GPT was like, no. It was just insistent. It was wrong. They were just wrong.
Okay, Chris said the witch and the other video ads can be found on the About Us page on Keto Chow.
Yay.
Trish, best toppings for cottage cheese pull. Go. Blueberries and New Trail granola.
That stuff's delicious. But you have to be careful because there's a New Trail, like there's version that is more keto and yes. Other ones like the product, it's like that Genius Gourmet candy bar thing. It's like there's some that are more keto friendly than others, and for the New Trail granola mix, there's some that's more keto than others, but that stuff is good.
Dustin said if you use Google Workspace, you can use it to make AI videos, the same engine that is used to make all the Sasquatch gorilla vlog videos. So it's funny, like, again, random stuff, right? When Rachel was gone, something popped up in my YouTube suggested, I don't know why, and it was like all the Harry Potter actors that have died.
That's depressing. Who's making this?
It was an AI video.
But why are they doing that?
I don't know. But
I mean, to just reminisce about that.
It's so obvious when it's an AI video.
Oh, because it like
the voice.
The actor doesn't even look like them.
Pronouncing the names completely.
Alan Rickman.
No, like they were. I'm trying.
Severus Snape.
Well, yeah, it did not.
Severus Snape.
It did not know how to pronounce Severus Snape's name. I think I was calling it like Severus. I mean, it's like, it is so obvious that it's an AI video.
Get
and
outta
now
here.
that people are using AI to make recipe videos, and it's like, stop watching it. It's,
Well, they'll do things like almond flour and coconut flour is completely interchangeable, and it's the same amount as if you're using like regular, all-purpose white flour. Go. It's like, oh my gosh, no, this does not work like this. Like, obviously they don't have taste buds because it is a computer and it's not having to eat what it's serving up.
Andy said the only one what made that movie was Patrick Stewart on the end.
Are you wasn't he in Men in Tights? That was really cute. That was that was like this Robin Hood parody spoof with like Carrie Ells. That was a good movie. That was really hilarious.
Dustin said, have you seen the initial stuff about the HBO Harry Potter series? Thoughts? I haven't followed it enough. I haven't followed it enough. I mean, other than the fact that, like, I know that there was a big controversy about Severus Snape, but I'm honestly not interested in, like, recreating what I think is an amazing movie series. Like, I know, like, you take these great movies and, we're going to make a TV series. Can't we just come up with something else?
Right. But I don't want to do that. I want to capitalize on the fact that it's already a hit and you're going to watch it.
Write more books, which I know she said she has more ideas. I'd rather you continue the story, talk about the kids as they've grown up, but like, let's not, it's like I have an issue when they keep remaking Spider-Man and they keep remaking Superman. I had an issue when they remade Jumanji. I mean, the new version of Jumanji was good, but let's just do something original. Stop remaking old stuff. Stop remaking old stuff.
We're remaking it all.
Chris said, hey, it worked for a series of unfortunate events.
I agree with Matt Franklin. Why wouldn't they use Adam Driver as Snape? If they're going to do it, I actually think he looks like Severus Snape. Like, he is not going to have to grow out his hair. Like, that dude just looks at him and he's definitely like got that brooding thing down. Like, I think he'd be really good. Now, of course, you couldn't ask him to watch the movie afterwards because he's very well known for like refusing to watch himself.
Yeah.
Like, he will not watch what he's ever put out.
Matt said, I've never used ChatGPT. Don't. I will say it is very addictive. Like, number one, you won't get anything done. And number two, I think ChatGPT is going to make us stupider. Because there's no reason to learn anymore. Right. It just will give you the answer. I mean, I can't, I'm drawing a blank from the cruise.
You've used ChatGPT
No. I'm drawing a blank with the person we were talking with on the cruise. Why can I not think right now?
I have no idea.
On the low carb cruise, we were talking about
Maria?
No, about ChatGPT. Grab this on the stairs.
Oh, you're talking about Abby.
Abby. Yes. I am so sorry, Abby. So we had this amazing Abby. Like, I've used ChatGPT before.
How can I remember every conversation you like? How would I know who you're talking about?
So I've used it before, and then Abby opened up my mind to, like, this is what ChatGPT can do. We had like an hour conversation on the stairs. It's got
some limitations.
And you go down this rabbit hole, like, and you don't go to sleep because you're just like, well, tell me more. Well, tell me more. Well, tell me more. And again, I think in the end, I think AI is going to be great. I think it can be great. I think it's like social media. Social media is one of the greatest and the worst things ever invented.
Right.
Same thing with cell phones. But the problem is, I think it's going to make us dumber. It's like, remember when we were all kids, you knew everybody's phone number. Right. Because you had to type it in.
Now you remember no one's phone number. I
don't know my children's phone number. I barely know Rachel's mom's number. I always have to like double check myself.
Number.
I don't know my mother's phone number. I don't know my sister's phone number because their phone number changed from my childhood phone number. I've typed it once to put it into my phone. Like, and so you don't type it. So we're dumber now. Like, I was so upset when we moved, they changed my driver's license number. I had my driver's license number memorized because you used to have to write it so many times. And now in Florida, when you renew your driver's license, they're going to give you a new number. And I'm like, really? Like, now I don't know it.
Well, that was like Jujubee's kind of mentioning ChatGPT in terms of like with teachers and stuff like that. That's got to be a pain in the butt.
I just watched the
teachers.
video on how to scam teachers with ChatGPT.
Well, of course.
No. So,
but they have to put it's going to keep going on and on.
No, so there are now AI programs. So
like
a teacher can take whatever you submit and put it in, and it's going to tell it if it's an AI.
But I'm sure that there's ways that you can keep talking to it until it says it like you would.
So I watched this thing. So where you basically, this person showed how to beat the system, how to beat all the AI detectors, and it had ChatGPT write an essay or write a whatever, a big thing. Then it took it and it changed a few of the words, and then it put that back into chat. I feel like this was too much effort. Put that back into GPT, just one paragraph. So it had like a 4-page thing. It rewrote one paragraph and said, this is how I talk. Now, can you rewrite the entire
based on how I talk?
Based on the changes that I made in this one paragraph? And 100% of the time when they do it, it's no longer detected by AI detectors. Right. Because it basically, the original thing was AI, but then when you change some of the wording in the one and then it goes back and changes the whole thing, it's now not AI anymore.
I'm like Terry D. I can't figure out where the line is crossed over to plagiarism. Like how much?
All of anything that's coming from ChatGPT is technically plagiarism.
But I'm just saying, like, even when we would use like Cliff Notes. So every book that you ever had to read for school wasn't one that you were excited about. And if there was Cliff's Notes,
I wouldn't have graduated high school without Cliff's Notes.
So you were trying to, so when is it even using Cliff's Notes type thing plagiarism?
Well,
because it's summarizing stuff.
I had it, yeah, but it's not plagiarism because it's just kind of summarizing. It's like here's the moral of this video, right? But
book,
I had whatever it could be.
That was a Freudian slip because not only were you probably using Cliff's Notes, but you were watching the video.
We didn't have
book.
videos when I was in school.
Okay,
but I had a teacher that
the Earth was still cooling.
I had a teacher that knew everybody used Cliff's Notes,
right?
And so this is why I hate reading now.
You don't though. You started liking it again.
No, I still don't like to read.
You listen to books.
I listen to books.
Okay.
But I don't read books.
We read a book every single morning, every day.
That's a paragraph or a little section. But like just to sit down and I will never read a book for enjoyment. Okay. Ever. Okay.
Well, I'm glad I do.
But what happened was I had a teacher who knew that everybody did. So this was an English class. So they would find an obscure line from the entire book, like The Hobbit.
Okay.
It's some obscure line, and you had to write a 4-page essay, one of those little blue books. Remember those
I
little
hated
books?
Those blue
right?
books.
You had to write and basically talk about everything around that line, like what the plot, what was going on, who was talking about it. But it was an obscure line that would never appear in Cliff's Notes.
Right.
It wasn't like Romeo and Juliet and like a famous line it was an obscure line. And so what it forced you to do is you had to read the book. And since I didn't have a really good reading retention, I would try to read the entire book like within 2 days before the test. And it made me hate reading because I didn't read for enjoyment anymore. I read to try to memorize because it was like something super obscure because everybody used Cliff's Notes.
Well, Eleanor Roosevelt said that nobody can make you feel bad about yourself without your permission. And so, like, I think that you should take back the permission that you gave this teacher to, like, hate reading.
Well, now I don't have to because I have AI.
And now you... Wow.
Andy said, I know 3 current phone numbers and all of the ones from the 70s. And I know one number for that I know that I actually know is correct 100% of the time, and that's Rachel's phone number. And mine. I mean, I do know mine. But I'm like 98% with Anthony's, but it's only because I've had to type it into things so many times. But I always have to go double check it. I usually get a number wrong, and it's the same thing with Rachel's mom.
I know my grandmother's phone number from 1984.
I can tell you my grandfather's phone number.
7670884.
I could tell you my grandfather's phone number, and so
Breaker 19 Plaza 4624.
Gloria said we live 25 minutes south of New Braunfels in San Antonio.
Oh, nice. Maybe we can see you when we're there. We'd love that.
Matt said, I remember Jenny's phone number from the 80s. That is one of my only numbers that I remember. John said, yes, in the 80s we had dozens of phone numbers memorized. Now we're spoiled. And I think that that's what AI is going to do.
Well, don't you think it's cool? Do you remember like every single movie started with 555?
That's because people would call whatever number and that so you saw in a movie.
Make it like a fake number. Also, remember when there was no area code? There was no area code.
No, I remember not having to type an area code.
Yeah.
You had an area code, but you never had to type it unless you were doing long distance.
And it was a good thing, too, because we had a rotary phone. And it was like when you would mess up on the phone number, you already had to do 7 digits. So, like, having to do 10 digits.
We had a rotary phone until I went to college.
Yeah, so did I.
So, okay, we're going to get off, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, I'm glad that Phil Gift is doing good after surgery.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Phil.
So thank you so much for joining us. We will be back live on Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern for Keto Beyond the Couch.
We love you guys.
Bye.